Top of it. Look, man, I wanted to touch on a topic that I feel that most men fantasize about, but they never really make it come true. Because a lot of guys, they don't make their thoughts become reality for whatever reason. But that topic is good old fashioned polygyny, or some of y'all might go by the term polygamy, which is different than polygyny. To be more specific, I'm talking about a man having multiple women or wives that are his, and those women can't have other men in their life. Like, those are yours. I own these women. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Top level stuff, well, in America at least. It's very forbidden, I guess you can call it. But when you look at our ancestors, man, especially if you're black, look at the folks over in Africa, to this day are still doing it. No problem, by the way, unless they're westernized and they want to be like the US. They want to be like anybody that wants to be like America. This is some crazy stuff I'm talking about. But polygyny, it's really something that is fully natural, first off. If you just look at the animal kingdom, right? Think of yourself as a lion. Do you think lions go around sneaking to the lionesses, having to explain to the other lionesses, hey, sweetie, I got this other chick I met at this lion pride the other day, and she's pretty cool, and I like her, but I know you want me all to yourself, but can I bring her along? No, sir. That's not how it goes. A lion is a top dog. He's the leader, the chief of his pride, and he just does what he does. And it's all over the animal kingdom. Gorillas, sharks, penguins. Well, I don't know. I think penguins, they get ain't that the thing about penguins? They get the one life partner thing. Listen, you get my point, all right? For the most part, in the animal kingdom, the guys, the male version of those animals, man, they do what they want. And everybody's happy, man. As long as he's taking care of business, the cubs are well fed, the wives are doing their job, they get along, it works out fine. Now, I know, a lot of people will argue. You'll get this argument from women that'll say, well, we're not animals, blah, blah, blah. We're different. We gotta be civilized. We're humans. And yes, we are. But at the same time, we are humans. We can think. We can rationalize clearly. And we can come up with better systems and plans than these animals can. And with that said, when it comes to setting up this situation for you and your family, man, it all comes down to using your logic and reasoning to be able to explain these things to your women. If this is what you want. Now, I will say this is high level stuff, so it's going to say that this ain't for everybody, right? I'm not encouraging this for everybody, because some of you guys need to stick to one woman. That's just for you. Be you. Do what you do. I'm only talking to the guys that are thinking about it. They've always wanted it, but they're too scared. They don't know how to set it up. So, moving along, when it comes to setting this up, you got to think of yourself as the lion. You got to think of yourself as just the top dog. And what it all boils down to is the value that you see about yourself. You see yourself at a top level. You see yourself like a celebrity. And when you see yourself like that, everybody else has to respect it. And the best part is, if they don't respect it, then all you got to do is just say, then you can carry on. Because I'm not making anybody be here. It all boils down to that. You just say, and this is another thing. I also don't recommend bringing this up out the gate. This is a little tip when it comes to setting this up with the woman that you're interested in. You want to get to know her and she gets to know you and y'all want to get along and you want to eventually get her liking you first. You don't want to come bringing this up out the gate to a strange woman who just met you and say, oh, by the way, I want to have a bunch of women. I want to have multiple wives, by the way. You don't want to lead with that. Because now she's just going to look for any excuse. Women, she's got her guard up still. She's looking for any reason to exit out of that situation with you. She's looking for a reason. So don't go messing around giving her a reason. No, get her liking you first, man. Get her on your side. Now this sounds like manipulation, but it's not. It's just like, oh, by the way, you know, if we want to get serious, this is my rules. That kind of thing. And when you set it up like that, then that's the option. How you doing? And, you know, that's how you make it easy, make it smooth. And trust me, man, I know it takes some experience, you know. These chicks all in my convo and shit. But it takes some experience, man, setting it up. And it's your rules, man. It's your world. You got to understand. Anybody that comes into your world has to respect your rules because you're the king of your kingdom. You understand? And it's really powerful, man. This is something that it took me a while to really get this, but moving forward this is just how I move. Me personally, I haven't been in a one woman relationship truthfully in like a decade, man. Where it was like, yeah, you're my woman and I won't mess with anybody else. I've been dating, right? And the way I see it is me dating, when you're dating, you're already talking to multiple women. So to get serious, you have to have somebody in the dating situation say, hey, what are we? Are we gonna be official? Somebody has to make the declaration. Somebody gotta step out and say, all right, look, I want you and I only want you to myself. And as soon as a woman gets to that point and she's like, I want you to myself, then it's like, okay, well, look, I agree. I want you to myself also, but this is my rule. I want to have the option to have multiple because that's what I want. That's just me. Now from there, she's already on board with you. She likes everything you're about. But me, I would have already let her know my situation before then. So by the time she is wanting to be serious or in a relationship with me, then she already knows what time it is. And she's made the decision to say, hey, I'm willing to accept another woman in this thing and share you, so to speak. And that makes it easier, man. It all boils down to being honest and value. It's about honesty and valuing yourself first. You have to put yourself first. And what you want out of life, that's first. You don't give in, you don't negotiate, you don't change yourself for someone else. No. As a man, I'm not changing anything. I have my rules written in stone with my counsel of me in my mind. I have a council of my people that I talk to. In my mind, I have like a group of my personalities. They get together and they talk things out and they figure out the best next step for any problem or situation I am encountering. And that's how you gotta look at it, man. You have to be able to check things in your mind and be real with yourself in every way. And like I said, man, this is not for everyone. But like I also mentioned earlier, this is really way more simple than a lot of guys make it out to be. They make it out to be this grand, complicated fantasy, when in reality, man, it's just nothing but a conversation with a woman and just being real and valuing yourself and saying, hey, look, and by the way, if she says, she's against it, I would just bring up, look, that's fine, do your thing. But also, whoever your favorite celebrity is, celebrity crush you have, baby, whether it's an athlete, a movie star, a music star, I would just tell her, hey, who's your favorite celebrity crush? Okay, cool. Let's say Chris Brown. And you say, all right, let's say he gave you the time of day. Now, if he gave you the time of day, you already know he got a bunch of things going on. He got a bunch of situations, chicks coming in and out that he's serious with and just playing around with. If he was like, hey, baby, I want you in my life, you would already know that coming in, that he has other women, and you would accept it. Why? You would accept it from him, but you won't accept it from me. You know why? Because she values that celebrity, that Chris Brown. She values him way more. She knows he's valuable. So she's willing to put up with whatever he has going on. So fellas, if she doesn't accept this offer of the lifestyle that you want, just know in your mind, accept the truth of the fact that she does not value you at the level of a Chris Brown or of her celebrity crush. You understand what I'm saying? And from that fact, it should be easy to just say, all right, I'm gonna move on and find, because there's a woman out there that'll accept it. So you just carry on, man, and keep digging for gold, because there's plenty of women that'll accept it. There's plenty of women out here, period. So, but that's really it, man. It's that simple. Just, you have to be honest and you have to value yourself. Period. It's those two things, man. As long as you keep those at the top of your mind when it comes to dealing with a woman and trying to set up a polygynous situation with multiple, you can have it your way, like BK. You understand? So that's really it, man. Fellas, go out there and create the life you want, man. Get you multiple women, man. Make you some big families. You know what I'm saying? Like the old days, you dig? Like the kings do. Like our ancestors, man. Stop being scared and living in a false reality and having to cheat on her, and now you got a side piece that you got to sneak around and, side babies and getting chicks pregnant, and now both relationships are blowing up because you weren't being honest. And how many times have we seen that? How many times does that happen? All the time. And all of that would be gone away if men would just be honest with their women and just be real, man. Set it up. Get her to like you. Once she likes you, be like, hey, look, by the way, I want to have this option open. And you can either get with it or get lost, because somebody's going to accept it. Somebody's going to value me at the level that I value myself. You understand? So hopefully you guys value yourself at that level. I know I do. And I got a chick right now, and I already told her, I let her know. So there's no issues. And if there is an issue, well, hey, I gave you the option to get up out of here before, but you accepted it. So, hey, whose fault is it really? But anyways, I hope this helps, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and leave a like, man. It's free, you understand? Quick like, don't hurt nobody. I ain't asking for no cash or nothing, but just a quick like. And if you mess with me, hit the subscribe button. I got more stuff on the way. I'm gonna holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.